Hey everyone in the YouTube world, it's Craig from Flying Wheels and my lovely wife who doesn't like to be on camera. I have a secret for you guys. I bought a 2010 Volkswagen CC at the auction the other day, super cheap. Why? Because it has an incredibly rusted fender. The car has 103,000 miles. There's no reason this car should be rusty right now. The fenders rot out all the time on Volkswagens. Here's a walk around of the car. It's a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder automatic. Very similar to what the Passat is, mid-size to almost a full-size vehicle. All the amenities, so you get leather and all kinds of, the alloy wheels, obviously, metallic paint. It has a nice, like, fastback style rear, but also a regular trunk, so the whole window doesn't open. 4-cylinder turbo, so plenty of pep, still good on gas. People are gonna love this car. But has the nav, has the dual climate control, has the heated seats. These cars are awesome, so much bang for your buck, and the CC isn't wildly popular because the Jettas and the Passats are what everybody knows about. They don't all know about the CC. You can see I'm missing a little trim piece right here, but I can buy that too pretty cheap on eBay or Amazon or something. So the inside of the car, pretty nice leather. Back seat's in good shape. Now I did scan the VIN on this car. It tells me what the car's worth, and I know that it's one owner with no accidents, which is huge for me. So I know going into this car that it's a one owner, no accidents, it has decent mileage, and everyone's gonna stay away from it because of that ugly fender. Well, I'm gonna give you a trick right now. These cars, nobody wants them because they're ugly, they're hard to resell, and I don't wanna go buy fenders, paint fenders, blend fenders into a car, but Volkswagen warranties these. So I'm gonna show you again. So here we are, we picked up the car from the auction. I got my driver right there. We're gonna take it to the Volkswagen dealer. They're gonna warranty this for me, I hope. The one I'm really gonna try to go for is this right here on the trunk. So you'll see it right there too on the trunk. That one I'm not so sure about, but I hope for the sake of this car that they'll cover the front fender, because I paid like, I don't know, $1,800 for it at the auction. It's easily worth $5 to $6 if I can get that fender fixed for free. Huge boost in profits if Volkswagen's gonna cover this car. So let's head to the Volkswagen dealer and see if they'll take care of it for us. So all of these tips I'm slightly hesitant to give you about this Volkswagen because these are my bread and butter. I can buy these things so cheap because nobody knows that Volkswagen's gonna warranty these things. The other things Volkswagen will warranty on these, there's actually a recall for an intake manifold gasket. So if you have an intake manifold gasket up to like 120,000 miles, I think, they'll cover that, as well as timing chain stretch. So if your timing chain has stretched, they'll cover that as well on these 2-liter turbos. Now, the good thing about the 2-liter turbo, it's a 4-cylinder turbo with no timing belt anymore. So the question that everybody always asks, has the timing belt been changed? Now you don't have to worry about that question. All you have to say is, it's a timing chain. You never have to replace them. And if you do, they're under warranty from Volkswagen up to 120,000 miles. So win-win. It's just a score of a car, and it's leather, and it's a 4-cylinder, and it's clean, and it's not gigantic, so it's not a full-size car. So you can even sell it to the younger people that don't want like a full-size, maybe they want a Jetta, or you can upsell them on a better car for almost the same price as a Jetta. A 2010 Jetta is gonna be the same price as this car, and the fit and finish of the CC and even the Passat is way better than what the Jetta is. So that's why I like these cars so much. Fortunately for me, I have a really good friend that works at Volkswagen. He's a Volkswagen tech. So anytime I have a Volkswagen issue, which is always, every Volkswagen I've ever bought, I have a Volkswagen issue, and obviously a check engine light, which my mind is freaking blown that there's no check engine light on this Volkswagen. It's the first one I've ever owned with no check engine light. Give it time though, I'm still driving on the highway, it can definitely pop on. But I have a buddy that's a tech at Volkswagen, so anytime I have an issue, I just call him up and ask, and he knows everything there is to know about it. And obviously I pay him for his service too, so anytime I need something done, I call him up, some side work, and he gets a little bit of money on the side, and I get Volkswagen quality labor at a discount because he's a good buddy, and I pay him well. So, he's doing me a favor, so I do him a favor. It's a win-win. So you know who you are. If you're watching this, I appreciate you for always taking care of me. Thank you very much. We've got the whole crew with us today. Everybody. This is how we transport vehicles around on the weekends. That car was an if last week, meaning I didn't get it at the end of the day. They called me the next day and said, hey, you ended up getting that car. The seller did give it up to me. So I didn't meet their price originally. They came back and said, fine, sell it to them, because I guess they sold enough cars for the day that was worth them selling to me for a discounted price. My wife comes with me, drops me off. The kids get annoyed because we have to go for a ride. But we're at the dealership. Will they warranty this, or will they give me a problem? That's the question. Let me know down below. Do you guys think they're going to cover this easily, or with the problem, and then after the problem, then they cover it? What do you think? We'll see.
1 week later.
Hey, so 1 week turnaround. Here I am at Volkswagen again. They actually had it done in less than a week, but I had to come out here. I had to find the time to come out here and get it. I want to show you guys something that's amazing. Special thanks to the Volkswagen dealer. So here we go. Customer reports the left front fender is rusted through in the arch. Customer reports the trunk lid is rusted through near the Volkswagen emblem. Total $0. Total $0. No charge to customer. I want to show you all something really quick. So this is the back end that people don't ever see. So here's the car. It's on the tow dolly. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. That's just step one. So step one was getting my wife to drive me to the auction, to follow me 45 minutes to the dealer to drop the car off, wait a week, drive 45 minutes again back to the dealer after I drop my kids off at school, but before we open, so I can get all the way to work to open up before the guys get there, because if I'm there after them, they think I'm just at home watching TV, even though I've been out since 8 a.m. working. Okay, that was step one. Step two is now this car I have to find this grill. I have to touch up the small spots around here. The tires are pretty worn, so I'm gonna have to do tires. I'm gonna have to do a full state inspection before I can even know what else this car needs. So these are all items that have to be taken care of before I can even list it for sale, before I can even market it, before I can even try to sell it or show it to somebody on a test drive. So that's how much goes into a car on the back end. Everybody thinks us dealers are just making tons and tons of money on quick flips, and that's not necessarily the case. Here I am, fully invested into this car. Yeah, I bought it right, and yes, I'm gonna make money, but I'm owed that money. I deserve that money. I'm doing things that the other people aren't doing. So buyers just wanna say, oh, dealers are making tons of money on the car, offer me half the price that I'm asking for it. Oh, but what they don't see is how much work actually goes into my end. I have to know that there's a recall, that there's a warranty on that vehicle. I have to take my time to bring it to the dealership. I have to take my time to wait and then drive back to pick it up again. Then I have to take my time to go through it, all while investing my own money, my own cash, and it's a liability on my end the whole time. All while also carrying business costs, running a business, so a business expense. So all those things are things that cost money, that cost time, that at the end should reward you, should yield you a profit that you deserve. Ask thousands above what you owe into that car, because you deserve it. You have put your time, your heart, your money, your blood into that vehicle. So ask as much as you can and get as much as you can. If you know you're selling a good car that you put this much time into, you deserve it. Get your money back. We're putting in our time that other people aren't. You deserve that reward. Well, we are still in this Volkswagen project, and I want to go over some of the headaches, because I'm going to show you this car start to finish. So the first step was bringing it with my lady friend, my wife, over to Volkswagen. I waited 2 weeks for them to finish it, maybe a week and a half. Then I had to drive a half an hour to the dealer to go pick it up. Towed it back to my shop. We did a state inspection. We do a state inspection on everything. So tires, ball joints, tie rods, brakes, emissions, everything you could think of is checked and inspected. If it's even close to needing replacement, we do it. Just customer courtesy. I don't want to have a customer call me 3 months from now saying their car that they bought needs brakes. So we did a full inspection. Rear brakes need to be replaced. They were marginal. Rear brake pads and rotors, they were marginal. They passed inspection, but let's do them anyway. Again, so the customer doesn't call me back later on when it has to have brakes. So we did them. Well, this is what's so freaking frustrating about my job. The mechanic took it off. This has the electronic emergency brake. So you push a button right here, the emergency brake locks. You push a button again, the emergency brake opens. Well, they're electronic. So as soon as you take the caliper off, the pistons come out a little bit. So the mechanic couldn't figure out, without researching it, which he should have done, couldn't figure out how to get the caliper back on. So what did he do? Plugged the scan tool in and retracted the freaking brake caliper pistons and pushed them all the way out. Well, brake calipers are $158 each. So now I'm $316 into freaking brake calipers that didn't need to be replaced. So they're done. Took 2 days for them to come in. Now that it's finished, I have a freaking parking light on and a brake light on, and my parking brake is flashing. So there's one more project I have to freaking figure out what to fix, and that's just part of the headache on the backside of being a used car dealer. So somebody's going to come buy this car. Someone's going to come out and look at this car, lowball the hell out of me, say it's worth less than what I'm asking because they don't realize how much time I put into this, how much time and aggravation I invest into every single car I sell to keep my name on the up and up. Someone's going to come lowball me and aggravate me, not knowing how much work I've put into this car. Tires now. We're getting tires. So we did the tie rods, we did the brakes, we did it detailed. Now it's getting tires. And then we'll see if it needs anything else. Hopefully it's done after that so we can go sell it. Hey, it's Saturday. I sold that Volkswagen CC today. I've had it for exactly 1 week listed for sale. I sold it for $69.95. Now that includes state inspection, temporary plate, title work, and a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. So all those things do cost me money. So when you say, I mean, you could say, look at the big picture, say, oh, Craig made so much money, he bought it for $2,000, sold it for $7,000. I did. There's a lot that goes into it in between those two numbers. So now you get to see, start to finish, how much work, how much time actually goes into each car that we buy before we sell it, before we list it for sale, and then when we actually sell it. But the car's gone. And that's just one of 30 cars that we do, 20 cars that we do a month, or 15 cars that we do, whatever. But that's how it all works. So, well, thanks for watching. Hope this trick and tip was helpful. If it was, do me a favor, hit subscribe down below. And thanks for watching. See you later, everyone. Adios.